Man, I went live before I even wanted to. Huh? What are you gonna do? I forgot to put out a thumbnail or a post today, so I don't even know if anybody's gonna know that I'm on here. I don't even know what to talk about today. I did get all of the blood test results back. I think it's interesting to me that I got all of my blood test markers to the point of being in a really good category, but the weight loss it has not ensued. So it does seem that it's very likely that cardiovascular activity is needed to lose weight. But that's just from my thoughts. Anyways, I really over the years, if I really look at it, cardiovascular has always been added in to lose weight for me. So I'm going to be exploring that. I also got to explore different ways of getting this message out there because it's just really ridiculous trying to fight with the algorithm here. It's just crazy. Yeah, I completely forgot it was Friday. I really had nothing. I usually have at least some topic planned before I get on here. So hopefully people get on here and start asking me questions soon. I just don't want this to be a channel of a lot of confusing messages. I feel like high carb, low fat is the only way to do it. But it really does appear that cardiovascular activity is quite needed. All right. I think I feel like I dropped the ball on this live. I don't know what to talk about. But if you are watching this afterwards, let me know down below if you've done a lot of cardio in your life, or I'm on the bus listening on my way home. I don't know if there's gonna be a whole lot to listen to today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I might have to cut back on these live streams. I might cut back to like every other week or something like that, because it's making it harder for me to get regular videos out, because I don't want to have like 2 or 3 videos out on the same day, because then it's just exhaustion. And I really just don't have time for that. But I'm going to start probably adding quite a bit more cycling into my life. Somebody was asking me on my Tuesday live stream about weight loss, or not weight loss, lifting weights and adding in cardio. I'm not a huge fan of it, but after I went out and rode my bike today and my foot swelled up pretty bad. So I might actually have to do a combination of that. It's day 3 of You're doing potato only? I don't know, man. I feel like some of this stuff is too extreme. Are you doing the potato only that doesn't even allow like any condiments or anything like that? And I couldn't do it. Recently saw a video on exercising that after 50, you shouldn't do a lot of cardio because it increases cortisol, and the weight training is better because you'll burn fat longer. I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. I don't buy into that at all, to be honest with you. I don't buy that one. I've been tracking on Chronometer, and I've hit every single vitamin, amino acid, and mineral. Haha, it's amazing how nutrient dense they are. Yeah, 100%. I do both strength training and cardio, but not crazy cardio. I don't think there's a reason to do crazy cardio at all. I'm allowing orange juice and ketchup and some raw veg. I mean, that just sounds like torture. It just sounds like torture. On top of the fact that I would easily plow through 10 pounds of potatoes a day. Easily. Yeah, I couldn't do that. But, teach their own. I know I saw an interview with Victoria, and they were talking about like all these people doing the breatharianism and this potato thing, and It's just like, what do you do afterwards? Like when you come and they're right. Like what do you do like afterwards? If you did, let's say you did lose weight on potatoes only, what are you just gonna only eat potatoes the rest of your life? It's just kind of like, what do you do after? I'm really enjoying it as it takes the effort of thinking about what to do, to what to eat. 100%. That's the only thing that it helps. Like when I was doing the rice diet, the only thing that it really did help was I don't have to think about what I'm making that day. Like I can just I got the rice cooker going and then I just go from there. Now, I mean, it does help with that quite a bit, but other than uh, something like that, I just don't find it to be of use. So many messages coming in anymore. See if anybody asks me any questions. I was talking to somebody today. They said they think I trained myself to eat too much. I just don't buy into that because I struggle to eat in the morning. Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna be boring as hell today, which is rare. Most people are entertained by me, but don't want to live with me. Um, yeah, I don't know. The potato only. I can't. What are you gonna do it for the entire year? Here's the thing, like, when you do these really restrictive things now, I know high carb, low fat is already kind of, restrictive as it is. What do you do afterwards? Like, I know I keep saying this, I'm, like, repeating myself, a parrot, but, that's the one question that I have for all of this stuff. You can't once you get yourself used to something, like, I don't know, it's just kinda like, Banana Island or Date Island or Grape Island. Made it. Hey, what's going on? It's probably gonna be the most boring live ever. I'm predicting right now. Everybody's gonna hate this one. I'm my there was just so much that went on in my house this week. I'm like mentally handicapped right now. Doing it for a couple of weeks, then adding foods back in to see if I have an intolerance, as I've been having some weird skin symptoms for about a year now. Um, are you sure it's not the potatoes? Because usually when there's really weird skin issues, people have issues with nightshades. I don't know. Could be wrong. Are you having oil? I know oil is like the number one trigger for and protein. I like potatoes mashed and what? You like potatoes mashed in oatmeal with prunes or dates? I gotta go. I don't even know who I'm talking to. This is like the strangest comment I've ever seen in my life. What? Potatoes mashed in oatmeal? What? I, do you make like fritters out of it? I don't even understand what's happening right there. No oil or vert fats for a long time. If potatoes are the issue, I'm fucked, basically. Try rice. I don't know. I don't know. If you have an issue with that, you might have more of an issue with tomatoes, peppers, and stuff like that because they're all nightshades. It's what is it, like the morning glory and the nightshades, like nobody ever seems to really have an issue with the morning glories, but the nightshades maybe. In regards to cardio, when I got super lean before pregnancy, I really cut back on my exercise compared to what I was doing before. I would do 20 to 30 minutes of weight, bike as transport, walking. Yeah, I gotta get it figured out. I gotta get it figured out. I've never had this issue with losing weight. And of course, I started a YouTube channel about I really, like I said, almost every video, really wish I would have just started this as a plant-based, here's what it is type channel. I've never had an issue like this getting weight off. And of course, now I'm doing it on camera. Had I started the channel under different circumstances, I think it would have blown up more than it has. And I'm time wise, I mean, I'm struggling to get the other one off the ground too. I'm doing plenty of running and cycling, 10 hours a week. Sometimes seems hard to just get enough calories in, even with lots of sugar. Any thoughts on what to eat before cardio? Before cardio, I always just did sugar water. That was my go-to. I used to do the sugar packs, but the sugar packs, like, all of a sudden became like $6 a piece. They did not used to be that much. I also got into climbing. I think you need to find what you like. Climbing would not be it. Actually, I don't mind climbing. I don't wanna have to come down. It's the same on bike. Like, I actually like climbing hills. Coming down is when it's dangerous. And actually, one time I got a crazy so I used to have these cantilever, brakes actually on this bike right now. I actually have cantilevers on it again, but they're really good ones this time. I had these, like, cheap, not cheap, but, like, not great cantilever, brakes on my bike, and I was climbing, in PA, and I was on this, it was, like, it had to have been about a 20% grade. It was ridiculous. It was so steep that they couldn't even pave the top of this hill. It was still gravel, and getting up to that gravel was they had to put chucks behind the paver because it was falling back and it was taking the pavement with it. And I climbed that hill and I came down that hill at such a steep angle and the brakes weren't stopping. And I'm like, this could be fucked. So I'm flying down. I just happened to look down. I used to use my phone as my speedometer. I look down and it says I'm going 55 miles an hour and my brakes aren't stopping and I'm coming down to a T-bone. I mean, I couldn't have been any closer to the ground. My pedal was scraping because I had to turn so hard. So I don't even know what got me started on that, but yeah, cycling. The climbing thing. Yeah, so I love going uphill, but some of the downhills have been damn near deadly. Is yummy creamy? That okay. I mean, you can have. It's just kind of like sweet potatoes, coffee, and all the other stuff. Like I can't. I think your name, High Carb Generator, says that it's a channel about regenerating, healing, and sometimes weight loss isn't a part of that for a while, I guess. But numbers show that people don't think that way. I don't know how anyone can only eat potatoes. Oh, eat only potatoes. Yeah, but I mean, you got to contradict everything everybody says. A YouTuber says to only eat white skinned potatoes. I'm not sure why. A YouTuber. White flesh potatoes, I mean, says to only eat flesh potatoes. Not sure why. I don't know. Maybe they're scared of purple. I have no idea. I mean, flesh potatoes technically is almost all the regular potatoes. What's your favorite fruit? Probably mango. Well, if I had unlimited funds, cherimoya would be my favorite fruit. Um, but mango. Oh my god, no. I didn't want to see that. Nope, 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 nope. No, no. Yeah, I mean, it is a regeneration channel, like regenerating your health. But once you get your blood works back to where they should be, and the weight still isn't falling off, what's the answer there? You know, it's got to be cardiovascular, which I didn't used to be against, but now like I just never know when the hell my foot's going to be so swollen that I just can't even use it. How are you doing at the moment, Ryan, mentally and physically? Mentally was a pretty rough week. I'm not going to go into any detail because people watch this channel. But it's gotten better. I've gotten better with it. Physically, uh, I think I'm fine. I think my body's a little tired of being the weight that it's at, but I think it's so used to being at the weight that it's at that it kind of just stays there. It's like I'm always fighting the body that I'm in. It's an interesting question. Purple potatoes have antioxidants and taste better. Mm. They're drier. I don't know if I would categorize them as tasting better at all. I actually came across this like rail thin dude at Whole Foods one time who liked yellow or purple potatoes with tahini on it. That sounds like terrible to me, but teach their own. Damn. I'm usually like the entertainment person, but I just feel boring as hell today. I might only just do this for 20 minutes today. I'm really just kind of out. It's been an immensely exhausting week. What's your favorite fruit? I like that you put peaches there. The peach is my favorite fruit, but not regular peaches. Have you checked out Paige Shea? She gained and lost the weight on high carb, low fat, no exercise. No, everybody's always telling me. I got all these video games that I want to try listed on here and channels. Paige Shea. Again, this all could just be how my brain perceives everything. It likes to be psychotic. It turns everything into like just fight. I mean, fight or flight at the highest level. Now, I don't have panic attacks and I don't have like a lot of anxiety, I don't think. But my brain views everything as like either the best thing in the world or the worst thing in the world. There's like no gray area with me whatsoever. It's either I hate this thing or I love this thing. There's like nothing in between. And I think that more or less has anything to do with the way we perceive life and the outcomes that we have in life and how far or removed from being able to do anything that we want to that we are because of how you perceive things. And I think it has more to do with that than anything else. Anything else. I think until you see something the way you want it and you can actually continually head towards that direction, you're always going to be up against it. I was listening to McDougall, and he was talking about how the healing cycle of the body is no longer than 4 months, including broken bones. So if something works, it should work after that time. I agree with that. I agree with that, which is why I just toy with why the hell has this taken this long, because it hasn't ever taken this long ever in the past. So what is it about this? Is it me constantly having to talk about fat or constantly having to talk about all this stuff on screen? This is why people who lose the weight and then start a channel are a little better off, I think, than somebody like me. And honestly, I'm so big from my lifting years that it's even more confusing because when you see me without a shirt on or something like that, I'm just a big dude. Like I'm just a big dude. So it makes it even more confusing. Have you tried meditation? Yeah, I'm talking about meditation on this channel. I might have taken them videos down though. Yeah, meditation. Yeah, I've had a lot of weird things happen in meditation. I don't. I think it's a little too woo woo for YouTube, but yeah, sometimes I meditate. But then I've had so many weird, crazy ass things happen in meditation. Sometimes I just don't even want to meditate because I just don't feel like going through that again. So I don't feel like going through it again. I think one of the biggest issues that I have uh is I don't eat in the morning. And I think that really sets me up for being screwed. Let's hear them. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Actually, this drawing right here happened from a meditation is Jesus. He approached me in one of my meditations and he was in the form. I don't know if you've ever read Revelations, but in Revelations, Jesus comes back and he's got eyes of like white eyes. Like I don't know, he basically looks like that. And that figure appeared in one of my meditations one time, and all it said was just know that you're from here, or that you're on this planet, but you're not of this planet. And ever since I heard that message, I've really struggled, to be quite honest, with caring about anything, because I just know that it really. I've always known this, that it's really not relevant. Like, yeah, sure, it's great, you lost weight or you did this or you did that, but at the end of the day, you're not from here. You can't take anything from here. Like like it brings me back to when my cat died. Like, and I was looking at this body of my cat in a box, and I'm looking at this body of my cat in this box. You just got on here. What a weird way to censor into the video here. But and I realized that she had everything that she needed, right? While she was here, she had everything that she needed, and nothing was restricted from this cat. She had everything that she needed, but as soon as she was dead, there was she didn't. It's not like all the stuff that she had through her entire life was then all of a sudden in that box of her. She just used what she needed while she was here, and she was gone. And it does make it hard for me to really give a shit about much of this stuff because I watch what's going around in the world. I watch what's going on currently in certain areas, and I watch what's going on here. And I'm like, man, this is just so stupid. It makes it harder to. I just have a hard time relating to a lot of things. There are different types of meditation. Now, I've tried all kinds of meditation. I'm so tired of the advice. I've been on this planet for 42 years. I've done quite a bit of things. I haven't talked about it all on this channel. Just because I don't want to meditate doesn't mean that you can't meditate. I'm just going to say that. I asked where I came from, and Nordic Star was my answer when I was meditating, like uh, the treadmills. I'm just kidding. I've been reciting Bible verses I've never heard in my dreams for so long now, and it led me to start reading the Bible in waking life. Yeah, you can actually, yeah, I can see that. As far as the Tibetan Buddhist meditation, I mean, just because somebody gets something out of something doesn't mean that everybody's got to do it. Like I just. Mm. I'm wanting to. I'm not trying to be a dick either. It's just I'll start thinking about this. My brain likes to overanalyze things, and I'll start thinking about it. And it'll be like, "Well, you should do that, and then you should do that, and you should do it." I'm like, and it's just too much. I become psychotic. I'm wanting to start a YouTube channel, get high carb, low, no high carb, low fat, no restriction message out there, but I'm on the gain at the moment. Do you think it's too stressful talking it all the time? Yeah, it can be. It can be. But you're female, so that works in your favor. Algorithm likes females. Um, can it be stressful? Depends on how you deal with things and how your brain deals with things. Like me personally, I don't care about like all the comments and everything, but my brain will analyze them for like months sometimes afterwards. you know, it's just like one of the comments that probably not a lot of people saw was when I did the interview with Georgie. Somebody came in there and is like, well, there's two elephants in the room and they're both talking. Like, like Georgie and I are fat. And me, I just kind of laugh at that, but my brain will analyze it, right? Like, like, yeah, I guess he's right. Like we're two fat dudes talking about how sugar is good for you, right? So it's kind of that, can you handle that? If you can't handle that, then don't do it. Don't do it. You're just going to go nuts. It's like Jillian went nuts last year, probably about this time. Now, maybe in May, after that thing with Vegan Deterioration Channel. She quit for a month. It's just, I don't know. If you can't handle that kind of, because you're going to get it no matter how you look. Uh, if you can't handle that, and if you can't handle constantly talking about diet, constantly thinking about diet, constantly putting videos together, then don't do it. It's not for you. But if you can, then I would say do it. I could pass for 30. It depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask. Some people are like, "Man, you look like you should be on wealth or like Medicaid or Medicare." Like retired, and some are like, "Oh, you look 24." I have no idea. What is age? I'm actually talking. I never get any women like in my age category. It's always somebody in their 20s, and I ask myself, can I relate to you? Like I know Durian Rider does that, but when you watch the two of them together, it's always like, is this a real good dynamic or not? So I don't know. I don't know. But again, a lot of my interests are interests of people who are in their 20s. So maybe it would. I'm still a video game freak. Like I've got video game, it's never going to go anyway. I went to school for video game design, so it's just like my life. But I love that you are size acceptance while also staying true to your health, no matter how long it may take. Well, there's nothing you can do about it unless you're going to just cut, half your body off. I, you have to accept yourself for the way you are. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to move on. And even if you do move on, you're always going to be looking for that next thing. Like I watch these people who have these channels and they lost however many pounds, and they're really in good shape, but they're always talking about I got to get 5 more pounds off. Got to get my 5 more pounds off. And why? Like at what point does it end? So if you're not happy, then these are people who clearly are never happy with themselves. So if you can't reach a point of being happy with yourself, matter of fact, this goes back to your question, Hadley. If you can't be happy with where you are, who you are, where you're at, um, then you're never going to be happy with where you go. Like I don't mind being big. I'm always going to be a big dude. Like I walk in a room and feel like, damn, that's a big dude. I mean, I may not. I'm only like 6 foot, but like I tell people, like what I may not be height wise, I make up for my width. But it's just so you have to be who you are, right? But that doesn't mean like that also doesn't mean that you got to wear skin tight clothes and like all this ridiculous stuff that you're seeing too. I think that's a bit. Ugh, I don't want to see it. I expect people to be people terrible. It's more, do you feel the pressure to lose the weight faster because you started the channel? Yes. Yeah, of course. Because I know that once I can post that thumbnail of me somewhat ripped and the picture of me at 405, my cat next to me, um, that is going to get ridiculous views. I just know it. So it is what it is. 5'4". Damn. I haven't been 5'4" since probably second grade. I think I was 5'4". Second grade. What was that, 8? Something like that. Yeah, I shut up quick. Actually, a buddy of mine was 6'4" before we were even out of sixth grade. I think he actually went on to play in the NBA. I lost track of him. But yeah. Yeah. So anyway, to answer your question, but the thing is, like I've seen your Instagram, you're not overweight at all. So I really think you would probably be a big proponent of it. You know, I'm 5'1" and eating 2,200 calories a day at the moment, and people constantly tell me I eat too much. Yeah, I mean, but you again, here another not hard to look at person. So I mean, jokes on them, I guess. What can you do? People want you to be down at their level. They want you to be starving yourself. They want you to do all the, just be, carb phobic because they're carb phobic. They want you to, it just is what it is. What do you typically eat in a day? How many calories? I have no idea. I have no idea. I might not be that hungry the next day, so I don't count calories. Today, maybe 1,500 so far. Would rather not live than live in hunger and low energy. It's stupid. Why have just low lethargic on coffee, on caffeine, on all this other bullshit just to get through the day? My girlfriend's son is 13, and he's taller than me. I mean, at 5'4", it's really not hard. I mean, I was taller than you when I was 9. So, I mean, matter of fact, I gave one of my uncles when I was like 9 or 10 my sweater because it didn't fit me anymore. Maybe video games keep you in fight or flight. Does that subconscious know the difference between a game and real life? I mean, I don't play them that much. And I'm not giving up video games. So if it does, then fuck it, whatever. I'll just be in that space. I mean, I'm not. Here's another thing. I don't want to analyze that. I have no idea. I mean, I don't play fighting games. I can't stand fighting games. I'm not really into I'm not really into violent games, actually. I'm pretty much a pacifist, unless, again, like I said in the past, like if somebody was messing with my lady, I'm not a pacifist, then I see red. But other than that, like I'm a pretty passive person. So no, I don't think so. And even if it does, whatever. I cured severe jet lag with depression in an hour just by pounding fruit juice and sugar water. Yeah, that helps really good, especially if you can't sleep. Man, that combination, boy, helps. I envy anyone who can eat a lot of potatoes every day and not feel sick. Just work your way up to it, man. Just work your way up to it. But why? The tallest man in the world was 5'4" at 4 years old. That's crazy. I've been playing The Last of Us. Didn't that game come out like didn't they remake that game for whatever reason? I mean, the game's not even old. The first one is really good game. The second one I wouldn't even bother with. It's a little too woke culture for me. They can have it. They can keep their money, or I'll keep my money. I mean, I'm not going down that path. 5'4" at 4 years old. Was he like 8 foot now? I don't really pay attention to some of this stuff. That would be crazy to be really tall. Because even me at 6 foot, a lot of the stuff is like really low. Like I'm always having to do this just to get anything done. It's, you know, I can only imagine if you were like 6'8" or something like that, and always having that, like your back would hurt all the time, like all the time. I wouldn't want to deal with that. He died at 8'11". Is that what you said? That's crazy. Almost 9 foot. I mean, what do you do with that? Like, where do you live? You got to be rich. 22 years old and would have kept growing if he didn't die of an infection. I mean, he's almost lucky that he's died of an infection. I mean, can you imagine how miserable that life would be? This stuff fascinates me. Yeah, it seems like that corner of the world is fascinated with all this thing. I mean, isn't didn't all the carnivals and all that kind of start in the UK? I think I think Americans tried to outdo it, but I believe that that whole sideshow thing started in uh England. I'm not I really I keep the statistics in my head, but I really don't care. Like he was 8'11", great, he's dead. Eating a lot of potatoes isn't. I mean, how are you gonna delete a message like that? I mean, I didn't even get finished reading. He was actually from US. Not surprised. A lot of mutants over here. Of course, China's actually getting a lot of tall people as well. Seeing a lot of especially the women. They're like 7 foot tall. I mean, not all of them, but they're having a lot of big ass people over there. They probably genetically modified everything. This is a weird topic. All right. Any more questions? I gotta make some rice soon. What's the weather like by everybody? It's been so crazy over here. One day it's freezing, the next day it's like 50-mile-an-hour winds and warm. And it's been all over the place. I like guys that are taller than me since I'm 5'11", but most people who show interest are shorter than me. Yeah, I noticed that. So, like, the smallest dudes on the planet are the ones interested in the big women. I don't understand it. Maybe it's that mama thing. Maybe they like to be sat on or whatever and feel like that motherly, I don't know, like, that motherly I don't know. It is weird when you see that. Are you, currently doing raw till 4? Pretty much. Same here in UK. Winds were 40 MPHs today. Yeah, tomorrow there's supposed to be like 50, 60-mile-an-hour winds. We got 55 centimeters of snow last what is that in, like, real terms? Centimeters. Is it 2.2 conversions, like 7.5? Last night, and it's still snowing. Yay, Canada. You can keep that. You can keep that shit. We barely got any snow this year, and I'm not even that far from you. Do a 30 potato a day diet. Me or him? He can do that. 30 potatoes a day. That's a lot. Pure Cali sunshine and San Francisco Bay Area. Yeah, well, I mean, all right. So the weather with what's going on in San Francisco, I don't think the weather in San Francisco is balancing out their current steal whatever you want homeless population issue that they got going on in California right now. I would rather uh not. I don't even go there anymore. That's actually why I didn't do the California. I didn't do the video game life because I couldn't stand that place. The best thing about California is people don't leave there. Just started following you. Thank you for these live posts. Hey, not a problem. I like doing them. Today I really didn't have a topic. Kind of just whatever. I wasn't even facing the camera when the video first started, so it's gonna be interesting when it replays. Yeah. Potatoes make me sick after eating them. I could not possibly do that. I thought you were all into potatoes, man, like the whole grain potatoes. If it changed your narrative, you're like keto person. Just don't eat them. Just don't eat them, please. Then, please. Potatoes, maybe. Sunny and 40 in Montreal. Damn, Canada's all over the place too. I think you're just north of me. I think Montreal is just north of here. Sent during rider my blood test. Live long and carb up. Cool. I'm gonna eventually, whenever I get my shit figured out, start because I've actually helped so many people with this, and then my own body is just like, no, we're not. We're fat. You're just gonna be fat the rest of your life. You're just where you're at. But at least I've helped other people. So I gotta coach people. Same here, cold one day, windy the next here in Colorado. Yeah, I've heard Colorado actually got way more snow than we did this year, which is rare, very rare. But I'm fine with it. I don't know who that is. Always got stuff going on here. But yeah, I should do a counter how many times I say "but yeah" in these videos. How rude! Somebody calling me in the middle of a live. So, would you rather do a right in the comments section? Would you rather do a rice only or like a rice diet or a potato only diet? I'm not advocating for either one, but I'd be interested to see what people have to say with that one. I think myself personally, probably potatoes. Rice, 100%. Yeah, potatoes probably. Potato only tastes better. Yeah, yeah, probably potatoes. Well, I know you're a potato. Thanks. Thanks for all the cash. Eating nothing but wheat bread and pasta every day would be much easier for me than only potatoes. Well, that wasn't the choice, man. You got to pick one or the other. I like taters, potato, more nutrient. Yeah. Potatoes, rice doesn't digest as well. Yeah, you know what? I would have to agree with that. For me, potatoes. All right, so this is potatoes only. You're healing, and I'm excited to follow and see your transition. The way that's phrased scares me, but I know what you meant. You can have rice at breakfast with sugar, not potatoes. I mean, you could put sugar on potatoes. It might not taste good, but you can do it. Tried both. Potatoes are more filling for me. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Wheat is more nutritious than potatoes. That is lying. Right? Don't even go. I like that roast beef. No, that is never gonna happen. Rice and sugar is great. Rice and sugar is a good combination. Potato donuts for here. Potato waffles are really good. Sugar on mashed potatoes is great. I've tried it. What? Why? Why? What do you eat usually for lunch? I don't really have meals. I just eat. Have tried juice, but it doesn't fill me up. No, juice is not gonna fill you up. It's good, like for me, like for door dashing. If I go out and I just don't feel like eating, juice does really good. Potatoes are too yang for me. I don't know what that means. Space has like they fight with you maybe? Space has been around for hundreds of years, but scientists are just now learning about it. Hundreds? I think we're I think it's like quadrillions of years. Uh I mean, if you like barbecue sauce on potatoes, that's mostly sugar anyway. It's fine. Okay, all right, I can give you that one. Uh, do you dream a lot? I do. I am a dream. Everybody needs to go through a state of healing. I hate these trolls that claim sugar makes you fat, but they don't bother mentioning the pizza that ate. Whenever I hear a pizza man, I just think I delivered to the drunkest. I'm not even supposed to do this, but it was my last delivery. She was nice. I I just didn't even care. Drunkest lady I've ever delivered to yesterday. Pizza and beer, and I just think so many people who get pizza also get Diet Coke, and I'm like, what are you thinking? Uh, a transition should have specified weight loss. Yeah, nowadays you got to specify that. Love this, but yeah, no, I am strictly women only. Do whatever you want to do, but no, I never gonna transition there. That is women only. Or I guess you can transition and still be in the chicks, but no, that is never going to happen. If somebody who dates me watches this, know that I am definitely into women. I do. You go to the bathroom when you have a delivery job? Oh, how do you? Well, there's bathrooms at places, and you just go to the bathroom. I won't number 2 anywhere though. I'll just end my shift. Literally just finished. That's I do. I feel this is a weird comment, but I feel bad for women who have to go out in the public toilets. I would just like it would be a mess if I had that equipment because I would pee on the floor somewhere. um, Last 4 orders were healthy smoothies. Give me hope for humanity. Yeah, I do actually get a fair bit, especially during lunch. You see a lot of smoothies during lunch. What is DoorDash? I forget what it's called in England. It's just delivery app, where you deliver food. A colleague of mine is drinking MCT oil. Oh my gosh. What is it? 1998 all over again. I mean, that was that was a big thing. The MCT oils back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Why do so many raw vegans say to mostly juice to be healthy feels like it's going to cause that is a massive eating disorder on its way. Speaking of, why is nobody liking this video? This is hurting my feelings. I'm hurt. Yeah, that is a massive eating disorder on its way, man. That is yikes. I don't even want to be a part of that crew at all, which is why I really don't even interview that type of thing anymore because some of the people that I've interviewed are like just straight up like juice fasting now. And I'm like, I don't want to put that out there. Even some of the people I know who've done juice fasting say this should not be a weight loss thing. They just did it to clear their bowels out. Funny how noodles tend to gravitate towards the meat. What makes this playful meatball so compelling? I think it's a combination. I think that combination in the mouthfeel, they say in the industry, that mouthfeel really helps. Is it Deliveroo? That sounds like something that you would hear from Australia. So I didn't know it was Deliveroo in UK. That sounds like one of those weird ass things that they say, and everything's ooh or ah or whatever in Australia. um, I like your video, but my like video list is only for music. Sorry. I mean, it should be just my videos. I mean, get rid of the music. Like and share everyone. Yeah. Ah, okay. Kangaroo. Yeah. I mean, everything's ooh or ah, or whatever in Australia. I think I would struggle to go there. I'd cringe. Not making fun of Australians. You live with it. You like it, but whatever. It's just not. I couldn't. It's kinda like I shouldn't even say this on here, but creamy, I hate that word. I hate that word so much. It just kinda reminds me of that. What's your favorite YouTube, channels that are not food related? You know, Kit and Krista is becoming one of my favorite. They used to run a show called the Nintendo Minute, I before they quit Nintendo. They are quickly becoming my favorite. I am like a video game freak. Like today, I got up and I played video games, and then I started answering people on YouTube. That's kind of how my day. And then I rode bike, and then I started working. Um, what other channels non food related? That's pathetic. Uh, I like track meets because I'll watch that kind of stuff while I ride because I ride on the trainer a lot. Female only though. I'm not trying to watch sausage fest. Um, thanks for the like. What is your biggest ick when dating? If somebody is always trying to change you, that shit drives me crazy. I am gone mentally. We are broken up. I will be so ridiculous. Like I used to watch Hallmark with Sandy, and the guy that she has to break up with, because they had to follow the same formula. I become that dude to a level that is almost unachievable until somebody breaks up with me because I don't want to do it. Um, because I don't need the wrath. So that is my biggest thing. Oh, or if she's got no libido, we can be friends. You can move out. That is not a thing. 3, 4 times a day, I'm good. Uh, like, nah. So the changing and the lack of libido. If you don't have that, you got to go. Here is the mountains of air in the mountains of Arizona. It's tough to deliver on bike, but how bad do you want it? Better get a good backpack. When are you going to play video games and stream? That's a good question. I should probably have started that all, but you can't should have done anything. Can you talk about how you got into rebounding benefits you noticed? Are you the one that asked that question earlier? I've been having a lot of people ask this question. Want to get cellular size for my dad, but he is close to 300 pounds. That they're good for like 600 or something like that. So that is not an issue. You are now, I think, the second person today who's asked me about this. So I will definitely make a video. Where my cellar sizer is, though, I have like no way of filming on it because it's literally behind my couch. Um, so I'll have to just make a video about it. Do you like Buckethead? I don't even know what that is. If you're asking me about an indie game, because that reminds me of a title of an indie game, I'm really not a fan of indie games. I like AAA titles are my thing. Now, I also don't like the real crazy Call of Duty or something of this. Is not my thing. Look into eating for your body type. You are according. All right, yeah, I looked into that years ago. I'm over it. I couldn't find your interview with John Kohler. Is it still up? That one was so awkward that I might have taken that one down. I'll have to look and let you know. I may have taken that one down. I probably can look here. My other screen is over here. I might have taken that one down. Yeah, no. Oh wait, maybe I spelled it wrong. Oh, I didn't take it down. That was I got some speaking of dating, I had a really weird day that day, and that was it was a long day. I can actually post it in the comments section here. There's the video. Notice you're into some video games. Have you tried Overcooked 2? No. That's another one. I'm just not into that. Like Japanese role-playing games is like really, really top tier for me. That's really I'm like become a collector. I've owned so many of these games over the years that are so expensive now. I'm really kicking myself. Some of the games I've owned over the years sell for like thousands now. Did I make it private? Are you trying to click out of here? All right, I'll make it on private for everybody. Shit, where did it go? Uh, all right, it should be viewable soon. Buckethead is a guitar player. No, I'm not. No, if it's it really legit, like if you go through my video game category or like catalog, it is really dominated by role playing games. What do you think about the obsession over self improvement in social media? I think it's bad. I think social media has not helped the mental acuity of people. Buckethead is a guitar player. Yes, no. I played saxophone. Guitar was never my thing. How much for all that blood work? Nothing, because I'm on poor people insurance. I have no idea how much that would cost if you had to pay for it. I will watch today, then you can make private again. No, I mean I don't mind leaving it out there. It was just the way I'm not even going to talk about it. There's a few people who know about what happened in the beginning, but um, and some of the stuff that led up to it. So I was talking to this woman at the time, and like minutes before I got on there, I found out that she was married, and she told me she wasn't. So I already wasn't in a very good headspace. And then some of the stuff he said before we got on, it was just really weird. I just it was weird. You should do coaching. Yeah, coaching for what though? Like what do people want coaching with? If you made it this far, what do you want coaching with? Because honestly, my background in weightlifting is probably my best background, but my background in food is like 20 years into it. Pisses me off that you have to go through an MD for blood work. It is stupid. It's your blood. You should be able to get it tested. Comprehensive blood work is 140 if you pay out of pocket. Depends if you want anything extra. 140 sounds cheap. I don't Is that in America? That sounds cheap. I don't know. I didn't pay anything for it. I just show up and whip my arm out and they stab me. And that was it. Adding a little sugar to my smoothies helps satiety for me. Did you ever notice that too? Yes, that's why I add it. Arizona, cheap, cheap. Yeah, that's actually why Sandy came back. She hated Arizona, and her and I's personality are similar enough to know that I would hate Arizona too. It sounds like everything's far apart from each other. I hate that. Like I'm not trying to drive 45 minutes to the next town. It's ridiculous. You can have it. You can keep it. I did a bid on a job through the post office for Roswell just to go this to the person who asked the meditation question. If you're still on here, this ought to give you some insight. So I tried to move to Roswell just to be around the crazies because I do like that vibe. Yes, great price. Just paid $300 for blood work in California. Wow, well, that's California though. I just I didn't even want to go there anymore. They have lost me. Uh, Other than maybe Orange County. Orange County, I think is still legit. But LA County, mm-mm, nope. But yeah. Anyway, the blood work. I mean, if you've got regular insurance, you should only just have to pay a copay. But if you don't have regular insurance and you don't have poor people insurance, it could get expensive. And I might not even qualify for it anymore. We'll find out in June. Flagstaff, Arizona is literally home to the world athletes. They come here exclusively to train in high altitudes. So, I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, I've seen the same in uh, like like Philadelphia, like East PA. I mean, you should see the amount of athletes over there. And I swear half the NFL came out of Ohio. It's crazy how many NFL athletes came out of Ohio. It's nuts. So it's not everybody from there. How can you tell if the potato is fresh at the store? If they're really firm, they're good to go. The problem you run into with potatoes is they've got these rollers with these micro blades on them, and they'll run potatoes through these micro blades like up to 3 times to take all the roots off. And then when you get it, it's really not that great of a potato anymore. The best potato, the best, is when you go to like a farmer stand and the skin is kind of really thin, like it peels right off. That is the freshest potato that you're ever going to buy. If you grow it yourself, when you're digging them out of the ground, half the time you take the skin off. It's crazy how good those are. Yeah, I want to move to New Hampshire. Maybe, haha, it looks pretty. Yeah, I don't know that the atmosphere is that much different there, but yeah, it looks pretty sweet there. I've actually have I been there? I think I actually have been there. I've been through there. My favorite guitar players are Joe Satriani. I don't even know who that is. Not my thing. Can't even get into it. I don't even want to. Yeah. It amazes me all the topics that kinda, come to hand in these videos. It is a bad, is it bad to constantly snack throughout the day because I keep s no, you can snack out throughout the day. If you read, I think it's Start Solution. Oh, no, it might be Maximum Weight Loss where he talks about it might be better for, to graze. That's because you're not a guitar. I don't think anybody's a guitar. Do you maybe people do identify as guitarists now, you just never know, I guess. Do you miss, baking bread, watching a lot of easy flatbread recipes, flour, water in a skillet? Yeah, I'll probably bake sometime. Snack if you're hungry, yeah, that's probably the best way to do it, just whenever you're hungry. Are aliens slimy? Depends on what kind. How long does it take to fill up, glycogen stores, and how long does it take to deplete them? I think it's, on average, you can store 2 to 4 pounds of glycogen. I'd imagine you could do that in, like, a week. Bread is better than potatoes, than eat bread. Player. Oh, the guitar. Yeah, I'm not it's it's not my thing. I love listening to Dougal's lectures, but drives me mad how much he contradicts himself with sugar and calories, so I'm hesitant to get his books. Are they worth a read? Well, you're all into your potatoes, so they must be worth a read for you. Are they worth a read? I would, um, I would say yeah. Maximum Weight Loss is actually a good book, but people took like a small part of that book, like a small, like one half of a chapter or something like that, and they created the 50-50 plate out of it, which is why he wishes he never wrote it. But it really doesn't talk about the 50-50 plate. It's actually a pretty good book. Have you tried delivering with Instacart? You can't get on there here where I'm at. There's just it's like a year-long wait list. It's fun if you want a different pace than DoorDash, Uber. Instacart, it's so hard to get on here. It's so hard. I think I signed up on the list last year and I still haven't gotten called. You should bring Jeffrey Phillips. Yeah, we keep him and I are very similar in the fact that we can't communicate very well. Mary's Cookbook is the best. Yeah, that's a really good cookbook. MacDougall is greatest nutritionist in the world. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, he's good. I have to admit, I did watch his 4-hour potato masterclass lecture. I've listened to it when I do art. I didn't watch it. I listened. Come to AZD, get signed up on Instacart same day. Uh, that's because no one wants to live in Arizona. Everybody left. Do we need nutritionists at all? Probably not, actually. But who would make that money? I mean, where's that money going to go? People got to pay somebody. The only fruit that hurts my stomach are apples, even organic. Is it because highly doubt you're allergic? I highly suggest it's your microbiome and to take it slow. Ever thought about working for the UPS delivery for Amazon? I if I was ever going to go and work in the delivery world again, as far as like post office, I would just somehow get my job back at the post office. I made a ridiculous amount of money. I would be taking a massive pay cut to go even work at Amazon. I mean, I would probably be taking a $10 an hour hit just to go work at Amazon. What do they pay? Yeah. So no, I wouldn't do it. Why? I got 10 years. I'm still technically employed by the post office, but them and my doctor won't agree. So basically I'm stuck figuring out how to pay my bills. Which has been fine. I've done it. And it's a hot mess. Thanks for answering everyone's crazy and fun questions. No problem. Some of them I don't know what they are, but yeah. McDougal is the most honest doctor in the world. He's most honest, but he also contradicts himself. So is that honest? Nice. Thanks for the buck. McDougal is almost the best, but he is. I mean, if everybody gave me a buck, wouldn't that be amazing? The world would be a better place. McDougal is almost the best, but he is wrong about what he says about potatoes. I don't understand you and the potatoes, man. Potatoes are good for you. It's what we were born to eat. McDoug McDoodie McDoodle. If I'm gonna eat 1,000 calories of sugar, should I eat it before or after fruit, or it doesn't matter? That is gonna hurt your gut. I wouldn't do that. I would mix it with something, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what you're laughing at, Grace. Maybe me. The hell is that noise? $20. Damn, thanks. Thank you so much. DJ Potato Hate. Yeah, the potato hate is real. I could have sworn that I've seen him pro potato in every one of my videos. Optimal amount of fiber is supposedly around 40 to 45 grams, but I know when that Dr. was it Burke? I think it was Dr. Burke before he passed. He found that the Africans were eating like 150 to 300 grams of fiber a day. Does white sugar help with pain? I don't know. I don't think it does. It does help. It's an antibiotic though. Do you like cream of wheat? Yes, I do. Cream of wheat is absolutely amazing. Cream of rice and wheat is really, 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 really good. I love that stuff. It's weird. I like mixing it with applesauce. Oatmeal, cream of rice, and cream of wheat mixed with applesauce is just so good, and then brown sugar like everybody likes. But that is a winning combination. I wish I could eat them. I don't. The only thing that I can tell you with that is the solanine is under the skin. Maybe peel them. Okay, so 1,000 calories of sugar isn't good for a gut, but 1,000 calories of rice is. So sugar has a peristalsis effect, and it can actually make you like your bowels evacuate right away, which is why I'm saying it might not be the greatest. But you can try it out. Try it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, it's likely because it caused a mass evacuation. It's also antibiotic, so it could kill the bacteria. I don't know. Just play around with it. It really doesn't matter before or after fruit, though. You should get Steam Labs so you can get more of the donation. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look into it. Is rice pudding a thing in US? Yes, it is. Uh, and tapioca, isn't that the same thing? How does McDougal contradict himself? Well, sometimes he says that sugar's good, and then sometimes he says sugar's bad. I mean, now he's talking about sugar is going to rot your teeth out. I ate potatoes without the skin, and they still made me vomit. I guess it's a good weight loss program, but just don't eat them. Try and go for cooked starch foods later in the day. I add 30 grams sugar in my oatmeal. Don't beat yourself up in every gram of fat, but try to keep fat intake under 10 grams a day. Get lean. And 10 grams is actually really hard to do, even just eating straight up low carb food. Speed helps with weight loss. Yeah, well, the VO2 max goes up so that you're burning more fat at that point. Is CMOS a scam? I'm not a fan of it. I know I've got friends that are a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I did do sun chlorella for a while. I did notice feeling healthier. My digestion was a bit better, so I lean more towards sun chlorella. Thoughts on Dr. Sebi? I don't really. I think it's a weird ass diet. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. It's a cult too. Like it's a cult with those people. Did I say low carb food? Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm keto again. Yeah, Sebi. He hated carrots for whatever reason. That was what really turned me off with him. So white sugar doesn't rot your teeth? No. It, here's the test: the rotting teeth test. They always do with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has like 3 different acids in it to get it to have carbonation. The carbonation is what rots the teeth out. Seafoam goes in cars. Yeah. Eating under 10 grams of fat every day is not necessary for and too difficult. I don't follow. Yeah, but you already got low fat. Last Sunday, McDougal clarified his stance on sugar. Yeah, he's done that before. And then, then he'll come out with the next video like the next week and say completely the opposite. Dude, poor dental hygiene contributes to rotting teeth. Soda too. Soda does. Yeah, soda, or I call it fizzy drinks, whatever. Yeah, it is definitely contributes to your dental issues if you have a lot of it. Ever heard of Dr. Avi? I have. I don't remember why though. I don't remember why. I wish I had sugar water like Durian because eating these bananas in front of everybody so rude. No, I don't know. I don't know why. Damn, hour and 7 minutes already. This shit flies by. All right, any more questions? I'm gonna have to get going. Gotta go make that cash. I should wait an hour before brushing teeth after juice, fizzy, etc. As apparently it brushes away the top layer of the teeth, but your saliva after an hour hardens that top layer. And cool. I mean, you might be right. I mean, you knew about the 8'11" dude. What sugar doesn't rot teeth? White sugar doesn't rot teeth, but dentists always tell me candy sticks to teeth and causes. I can see that. Yeah, it gets addicting, right? You're gonna go head out again. With a DoorDash. If sugar is good, imagine fresh sugar cane juice. I've actually juiced cane. It's really good. What about carbonated flavor water? Pointless. It's trash. It's expensive trash. Um, I feel like dried fruits might not be great for dental hygiene because, yeah, dried fruits isn't great for hygiene. Why do people say coconut sugar is fine? But I don't know. I hate coconut sugar too. This stuff tastes terrible. I think the coconut sugar industry is the one to put that out. And yeah, I did. I just saw that. Um, she's. I can only imagine. I'm already a really strange person. I can only imagine how the level of weird that I would get to if I lived on an area like she does and had enough money to just really not have to do anything. The level of weird that I could achieve would be film worthy. And I feel like that's what's happened with her with a lot of her videos. Why dried fruits? It sticks to your teeth. It's not great. I mean, that's the one I do agree with. Sugar cane with lemon is 10 out of 10, 100%. That is so good. But matter of fact, another really good combination, lemon and brown sugar is a really good combo. My girlfriend is a big soda drinker, and she's got no bottom teeth. Damn. Oh, same with you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, God, the level of weird that I could achieve. I hope, I know that I'm gonna get to that point at that to that level at some point. Like the co-founder of Def Jam Records, I think it's Def Jam, um, is this guy that he just doesn't even wear clothes. I mean, he's so rich, it's not even funny. He lives in LA, he doesn't wear clothes, his house is a mess. I mean, the level of weird that I could achieve if I didn't have to work, if I could just sit around. Oh my gosh, it would, I want to see it. I want to see the level that I can get to. I'll still make videos too, so you'll all get to see it. No bottom teeth. Yeah. I mean, some people like that, say it gives better feel, but yeah. I don't know, but I might have to get going here soon. I mean, it really doesn't start getting busy till like 5, so I'm not like that pressed. But are you going to use any supplements to raise your testosterone? I'll just inject testosterone. I don't know. They tested. I still haven't gotten a blood test back on that. I did double it last year though. I mean, I almost don't even know if I want to because my libido is already ridiculous. I can only imagine how bad it would be. Uh, I I I can't even imagine how bad it'll get the more my testosterone goes up. Oof. Uh, you like, I mean, it just brush your teeth. You can eat dried fruit. Just brush your teeth. What is this thing doing? Will you be doing these lives forever? I like the information. I don't know. When you no longer ask the question or have to ask the question, you know the answer. We should post what we make delivering on a 4-hour delivery. Last night I made 60 in 2 hours. I didn't think that was too bad. Share tips how you raised it. Sugar. I was doing a pound of sugar a day. It's crazy. I actually had blood test results. Matter of fact, that's the video that I just posted on my other channel, Raw Vegan Eats Plant Based. If you go watch that video, I had the blood test from the two. That's good, $60. I'm picky. I will not take, if it doesn't pay me X amount, I won't even take it. And most of the time, I won't take anything over 3 miles. I just churn and burn. Can't you just rinse your mouth out with water? Yeah, but if people don't do that, I could see that causing tooth issues. I mean, this is comparing it to fizzy drinks, right? So that was what I'm saying. Will you ever post workout biking videos? I did. I did. I'm gonna get a GoPro, and whenever I go out riding this year, I'm just gonna post that. How much filming am I gonna do? I'm probably not gonna be the person who gets off their bike, puts a camera somewhere, films himself riding past the camera. It's probably never gonna happen unless I can get people doing that. Gonna restart my YouTube channel soon. Tools and vegan cookies review. It might be weird enough to work, especially if the tools created the vegan cookies. Maybe use the tools to create some weird cookies. Can estrogen or proestrogen raise male libido too? No, it would be the opposite. Complete opposite. I think more of us need to make high carb, low fat channels. Well, go for it then. And I'll just interview all of you and you get like three new subs. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Vegan cookies made with power tools. The first of its kind. Imagine the possibility. I mean, if you get a good enough lighting, if you get good enough cameras and everything, you can just that's another thing that I got to get a better camera setup and lighting and everything. Potato and sugar. I mean, I could see that legitimately making potato cookies. I mean, I've actually juiced potatoes before. They are sweet. So I imagine you could make cookies out of them. I mean, you could make potato bread, and that's like the best bread around. For all we know, meat and dairy rots your teeth out. Oh, 100%. 100%. That rots your teeth. I mean, how acidic is that? Sugar is a pH level of 7, but meat and dairy is like a 3, a 2 or a 3. So of course it's going to destroy your that's going to destroy your teeth. Potato juice and cookies. Now, I didn't make cookies with the juice. I just juiced potatoes, but yeah, they were really good. I mean, they were raw. Matter of fact, if you juice the only real sweet potatoes that I like, if you juice sweet potatoes, it tastes like carrot juice. If it's the orange ones. I've never juiced any other kind. But one time I bought, like, I don't know why I did it. I bought like 40 pounds of sweet potatoes. I was trying to force myself to like them. I'm like, I don't know what the hell to do with these things. So I juiced them and they taste pretty good. Will you make a TikTok account to post short, quick videos? I actually have one. I don't remember what it's even called. Do I have your permission to post my channel link here? The few videos yeah, go for it. Power tools, making cookies. I didn't think, I mean, I share the message, whatever. I didn't think potatoes had too much juice in them. Are you kidding me? Yeah, try it out. Try it. If you get a juicer, yeah, they got a lot of juice in them. A lot of juice. It's like carrots, only better. I like when you stream now. Then at 5:15, I'm always busy around 5. Cool. I plan to make high carb, low fat, vegan, fitness, philosophy, and talk channel. Hoping to collaborate, interview, and talk with you. Yeah, I am shocked. As crazy of a personality as I am, is nobody other than Jillian has asked to interview me. I'm shocked by that. Maybe it's because I'm fat. I have no idea. Maybe they got fat hate. Eating potato meals makes me feel quite dry after. Yeah. Yes. Yes. The amount of liquid I had to do when I did the potato only thing was extraordinary. Do you like mashed potatoes? Yeah. I like mashed potatoes. I actually like mashed potatoes with dill on it. I know that's a weird combo, but I like it. There are zero carb carnivores who only eat meat and dairy, and they say that they have no teeth issues without brushing their teeth. I mean, I haven't gone to the dentist in 20 some years, so you never know. Uh, I've been writing questions to ask you for months. Have you sent them? You have sent me some questions. I'm such a dick. I haven't made the videos about them. Josh, I have a theory on meat, dairy, and fluoride effect on teeth. I'm not getting onto fluoride. Omnivore. What? I knew a carnivore who was against teeth brushing. I've never seen teeth so rank and covered in orange. Look like he'd just eaten. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Just eating Watsits? I have no idea. I do. I went to get reverse osmosis water the other day, and the guy that sold it to me had the worst teeth, and he worked at a health food store. And I'm thinking, what what happened? Like, what happened to your teeth? I don't know. So maybe maybe he's on keto. Are you on SSRI? No, I don't take anything. I take absolutely nothing. Hell, half the time I can't even remember to take my magnesium and stuff. Cheetos in US. Oh, why the hell would they call them that? What was it? Watsoots or whatever? Watsits? Where is that post? Oh, what's the me immediately seeing that, I would never buy that. I It reminds me of something that's in if people like that Harry Potter thing. I can't get into it, but it reminds me of something that would be in that. Thanks for the dollar. Get out there and make 100 or give us 100 push-ups on your next video. Oh, $100? I probably can clear that in 3 hours, especially on a Friday night. No sweat. Don't worry about it, man. Focus on life. I'll hit you up for a thorough interview. Yeah, why don't you save them questions and legit interview me one day? And that would make it a lot easier. And then you can just get my candid response. Any advice to have more glowing skin? Just be beautiful like me. I have no idea. Uh, I do know that when you get oil out of your diet, your skin really starts to glow quite a bit. When you and honestly, people say that I look a lot younger than I am. I never use um uh what's that shit? Sunscreen. Never, never. So I really don't buy into some of that nonsense. When you said that in the past you were holding a lot of water weight, how do you know? Can you do a test? Well, you're not going to gain fat as fast as water, and when the scale can be 10 pounds, 15 pounds different in between days, you just know it's water weight. You can feel it too. I don't know. It's a different feeling. Here's a buck on me, so make make 90. Thanks. Do you get sunburnt? No, I don't get sunburnt. I mean, once in a while, but I mean, I get dark. You'll probably see that because I want to ride more this year. I'll probably be dark as dark gets for a white person anyway. I mean, my ancestor is Irish. So what's the theory? I don't know what you're talking about. Rip Esselstyn, the son of Esselstyn, says that sugar and fruit juice are dangerous, even if you eat very low fat. Yeah, some of the doctors say that. No, I don't take B12. Live stream while biking. I don't think I could do that because of the wind. No, I don't think it would be possible. What kind of bike do you have? Drop bars. I got a few drop bar and I got a few mountain bike. Drop bar, 100% my favorite. 100%. I got my favorite actually is old steel. Down tube shifters, nothing modern whatsoever. Friction shifter will always get you home. I had the other one of the other bikes is right here, and I actually was climbing a hill one time, and the cable head for the rear cassette, the rear derailleur snapped, and on derailleurs, it either automatically goes to the lowest or the highest gear, and of course, mine went to the lowest gear, and I'm trying to climb this hill with the lowest gear on my bike, but I know that wouldn't have happened with a friction shifter, so I kind of really I gravitate more towards that. It's too hard to live stream a bike. I have tried on my Facebook. The only problem that you're going to run into is how do you control the sound? Nobody's going to hear you. I was thinking of getting a drop bar road bike. I have a flat bar at the moment, but the drop bars seem more streamlined. I absolutely cannot stand flat bars. I can't stand them. Once you use drop bars, it's a real struggle to go back. Exactly. I mean, you could technically do it like if you had uh like a really good like what do they call it, cattail or whatever on your mic, you might be able to do it. Have you ever probably nobody knows what I'm talking about. He's talking about like live streaming on a bike. You'd really have to have good audio for that. Have you ever had a CT angiogram check your coronary arteries are narrowed? Seems to be a popular test in health conscious people. No, I have not. I had my brain scanned a few times, like 3 or 4. I know you don't like doing them, but can you do what I eat in a day soon? Sure, maybe. I don't promise anything. I work for the government. I know better. Do you practice semen retention or you have a partner? I would not practice semen retention at all. That's not my thing. And if you had a partner, I'm good for like 3 times a day. So no, if not more. When I say my libido is nuts, it's nuts. It's nuts. Um Sandy's living with me now. She might get more than she bargained for. But I gotta this situation. This is the longest I've gone in ever. I always write and file questions. I have, by the way, you read and answer more questions than any other YouTuber in live stream. I hope viewers appreciate that about you a lot. I do now. I mean, once I get, if it ever gets to the point where there's like 3,000, 4,000, whatever people watching this, I'm never going to be able to do this. But at this point, yeah. Get Sandy on stream someday. She is not into that. I doubt that's ever gonna happen. A matter of fact, I filmed with her one time, and she just wouldn't even let me post the video. So I don't know that that's gonna happen. Yeah, I doubt. She just it's just this just isn't her world. Just isn't her world. Some people just are not cut out for this life. I'm cut out for this life way more than most. That which is why I want to get this channel just ridiculous and big. Getting used to speaking on video when you're an introvert isn't easy at all. So I'm not really either or. I don't really get attached to that label. But I know when you're an introvert, it could be rough. I'm not, like when I see people have panic attacks, like I don't even understand. I don't even understand what's happening with like I don't even know. I don't have that mental thing. Skyrocket my views with a girl, 100%. Yeah, I guess I'm just, I'm not good enough by myself. Got to have a female. How do you find DoorDash the best out of all the different gig apps? Thanks for you sharing your bread. Before the Amazon adding Grubhub, is it Grubhub? Let me look. I forget. I haven't used them in a while. What do we even have? Yeah, Grubhub. Before Amazon added Grubhub as one of the prime like features, Grubhub was way better than DoorDash, but the orders were all over the place, but they paid so much better. Like I got paid $25 to drive 3 miles one time. Like, I mean, that's the kind of orders that I would get with them. But ever since the Amazon thing is just not as good. Amazon sucks the life out of everything. I mean, like Whole Foods. If you have a Whole Foods used to be amazing. Then Amazon buys it. They suck the life out of everything. It's just like a vacuum. It's like a it's like a death grip on everything. So I would have to say that DoorDash at this point, unless you like the Uber Eats, but Uber Eats really is dependent on your area. Like here, it sucks. But I know people who live down in the Carolinas and it's really good. So I think it really depends on where you live. How do you feel? Or how do you feel? Oh, to me, it just means you gain energy being alone, whereas extroverts gain their energy being around others, like an energy vampire. I'm both. I am really both. Like I can have both. But if I'm around people that are drainbows, they got that hover of like, or like the keto people probably, they got that drainbow over you. Like they walk over and all of a sudden your energy is like vampire like out of you. Then those people know. But do I believe in? I didn't finish that thought. Yeah, but so I'm really like I'm good with either. Like you're not going to embarrass me in public, and you're not going to embarrass me at home. So like I think that's where I stand. Do you believe in horoscope signs? Yes. Grubhub used to be awesome, then it just stopped. Yeah, I'm telling you, after that Amazon thing happened, it just I don't even use it anymore. I'm not even logged in. Did you have any medical conditions that led you to putting on so much weight in the past? I think the medical condition I had was alcoholism for 6 months. I found primal astrology very interesting and accurate info. It is, it can be for sure. Best time to work out and what to eat beforehand. Best time to work out. Good question. I would eat beforehand, at least like a handful of dates or something like that. But the best time to work out is definitely the morning because that's when you're most awake. Are you a Gemini or Cancer? I'm a Leo. What do you think? Maybe syrup is too. I'm not really a huge fan of syrup. The only thing that I like with maple syrup is maple syrup candies. Those things are phenomenal. Sometimes I drink golden syrup. You're a weird ass. Oh man, you're weird. I think we'd get on pretty good. Having potatoes and golden syrup for dinner. I I've heard golden syrup. I know it's a UK thing. I don't think that we have it here. But sugar makes you fat. Yeah. I'm proof, right? But I did. I mean, honestly, I make fun of it all the time. But I did. I went from 405, if not more, down to 265. So I know it works. And when I added the fat back in, I got fat again. So I know it's legitimate. It's just annoying as hell. Uh, Adding a urine therapy is very helpful. I found urine. What? No. Do you believe that high fructose consumption is related to fatty liver? No. Apparently, the liver is the only organ that can use it for energy. Uh, the liver literally runs off sugar. Urine therapy. I mean, it's like that breatharian video. I think I took that video down too because somebody was threatening me with copyright shit. But yeah, I did this video on breatharians, and this guy is so desperate. He started drinking his own urine. I was like, whew. It helps me with my teeth. 7 years ago, just the likelihood of it just being a magnesium issue is some people drink their own wee, so it's not that weird. No, you're golden syrup, 100%. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, right? You don't wanna be too weird, right? You don't wanna be that urine person, urine drinker. What the hell is this live going? I probably should just get out of here before it gets even more bizarre. Alright, I've had enough. I've had enough. The urine on the skin and the teeth, swirling with it. Waterworld movie, I know what the movie is, never seen it. I'm not a huge movie buff, like, at all. If the movie industry was going to survive off of my contributions, they would be screwed. They would be screwed. I actually, last year I went to the movie theater twice, but that was the first time I had been to the theater since 2009. I did breatharianism, and it was so good that I helped me, get to heaven, yeah. Just my son washes his hair with it. Man, it's alright, I gotta go. I gotta go. You people, do you prefer regular hours or do shift work? I hate working in any kinda job. I hate it. I had like 50, 60 jobs. Alright. It's like somebody handed out crack to you people. What is going on with these questions? Fructose can be metabolized through GLUT5 and 6 receptors on red blood cells, not just in liver. It also requires no insulin. Cool. I don't know what to say to that. If I eat high fat diet, how long will it take to become insulin resistant? Not long. Not long at all. Probably a couple days. 3 days probably. This is going down the toilet fast. It really has. Yeah, I probably should just get off here. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna go. Thanks for getting on here. It's been mostly fun. Some of these questions are a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, I'll probably do another one on Tuesday. I'm really trying with the Tuesday at 7:15 Eastern and Friday 3:15 Eastern, and that's it. I am done with these questions. All right, talk to you.